Hi, I'm Joanna Fantozzi. I'm senior editor with Nation's Restaurant News, and I'm here with Brian Weiss, who's COO of Freddy's.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Very good. Thank you for having me.
Sure, and thanks so much for stopping by our booth.
Yeah.
And so I guess just the big question of the hour, what brings you to NAFEM?
Well, restauranting, it's always been this way, but especially over the last couple of years, wonderful relationships with your equipment partners and is important, and more important today than ever. So this is an opportunity for us to come and spend time with them, see what's new and on the cutting edge of the business, and then also meet potential new partners that we haven't been in contact with yet. So it's a great place to do that.
So what are you kind of excited to see, or what have you seen so far that you're kind of like keeping an eye on?
Yeah, excellent question. So for me, at Freddy's, we strive to allow our employees to produce genuine hospitality and high quality food and cook to order for our guests. And so we're always on the hunt for equipment that makes it easier for our staff to do that. And there's a lot of automation here, and we're trying to understand and plan for the future on how that automation plays a way into our kitchens. So.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, and before we talk about automation, congrats on the newish role.
Well, thank you.
Newish, because I was like, can I still say congratulations? Because it was like 5-6 months ago. But
yeah,
anyway, congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
And kind of, what are you most excited for in your newish role?
Well, yeah, thank you. I've been at Freddy's a long time, and spent almost 15 years in the franchise communities of restaurants, and then 3 years ago, come on board with corporate. And so initially leading our innovation teams and our data and analytics teams. And it's really impressive nowadays. Our data game is strong, really strong. And we're able to go through the operations and identify friction points for our guests and our staff, and then innovate on that. And I'm excited about that and the way that we're approaching that as a brand.
For sure. I think that you touched upon two of the buzzwords that I personally write about a lot, which is automation and data. And I think that is just like an example of like physical technology and digital technology that are really important. So how are you guys thinking about and approaching automation?
Well, I think you nailed both parts, right? There's a physical part of the job, and we want to provide processes that free up our employees to provide that genuine hospitality that Freddy's is known for. And so to find parts of the job that we can automate and assist the employee in producing that high quality food is what we're after. Data is everything in that. And first, understanding the opportunities in the kitchen, where to make the biggest impact, but also employees use data every minute of their day when they're on shift. And so I'm really excited about some things we have coming down the pipeline on how we present data to employees in the shift and allow them to better execute the omni-channel experience our guests want and deserve nowadays.
And so what automation have you introduced already?
Yeah, interesting. 2022 for us, big year, and I'm going to put technology and automation together there because it kind of works together. So we rolled a new point of sale system across the entire system in 22, and that seems like a long time ago now. But in doing that, it allowed us to create and roll out a new loyalty program for our guests. And it also allowed us to revamp our mobile ordering platform and add online ordering. And so all of those elements coming together for our guests really produced a full Freddy's experience. You can online, in person, we can have it delivered to you, or you can come and get it. Yeah. And we had to innovate in the kitchens to be able to do that. So
that third buzzword then, omni-channel.
Oh, there it is, right?
That's that word, right? That's everyone's probably almost sick of hearing about, but it really is true. And since you mentioned revamping loyalty, I feel like that kind of ties neatly in with data. And so what have you kind of learned from customer data so far?
Yeah, I'll tell you, our guests love the Freddy's quality and experience they get in our facilities. And that has come through loud and clear. We have record number of loyalty members now in our system since the revamp. And the information that they're providing us about how we can continue to improve and evolve has really led directly to new limited time offering items that we're doing now. And it's led to us rethinking the way that each individual type of guest views and wants to receive hospitality. So we have a new prototype coming out in just about 30 or 45 days.
Okay.
And we're building it corporately and operate it corporately initially. And really excited about the rework of each order mode and built around how the guest wants to interact in that mode. A dine-in guest that wants to come and spend 45 minutes and be in our lobby and experience that Freddy's experience is really different than a mobile order guest. And our new prototype allows us to treat those differently, but still have that middle piece that is the Freddy's experience.
Sure. So what will it look like when you walk in there?
Well, you'll still notice anytime you walk into a Freddy's, it's a premium experience when you enter. Just the materials and the qualities we use. We don't build them to last for a little bit. These restaurants are going to be around for a long time. Some of our initial restaurants, the booths and tables and systems we have, countertops, are still there. And those are coming up on 20 plus years old.
Wow.
So impressive. So this will have all those same experiences. But for ease of guest, we've certainly built in an easier ordering system where they can interface with the cashiers better. We're not rolling kiosks, but we have room to do that as we find our way through how we want to implement kiosks. And we have room for mobile order pickup areas. And that's where we see we're going next is right now our guests come into our building to pick up mobile order and they like that. We've revamped that area. But to allow for different ways for mobile order to happen in the future as well.
Mm-hmm. I think what's also crucial as people kind of create new prototypes to reflect like that kind of omni-channel capabilities, I think that what's crucial is kind of making sure that it's clear to the customer where to go. I've definitely, from a customer perspective, I've definitely been in a restaurant that has multiple things going on. You're just like, okay, I ordered, where is my order? I have no idea where to go.
I agree. Well, it even starts outside the facility, right? And so knowing how do you want to access the building, what's your preferred way, what's the cleanest and best way through the building. For us, our innovation teams and our training teams are embedded. They're together. And I think that's unique in the industry and important for what we're doing. We took time talking and watching guests and how they move through our lobbies. How they interact with mobile, what are the touch points they want, and we started the process of the prototype design with that in mind. How does each guest flow, and how can we make it with the least amount of friction possible for them?
And kind of going back to something that you said before about the data, I guess you mentioned that it can be useful also for employees. So how important is data to your employees then?
Oh, incredibly important. First of all, let's talk to the frontline staff. One of the items that we learned about mobile order, and I think everyone's learning it, is guests want to customize their order. They want to pick the toppings. They want their style of that Freddy's original double, and we want to have it for them. That puts a lot of information on the screen in front of the staff, particularly at our grill and make stations. And so presenting that information to them in a clearer, quicker format has been the first and foremost on our mind. And that'll be a part of our new prototype, and the testing has gone really well on it. So we're excited about that. For our management team, it's providing them information to look at each channel. How are we optimizing it? What are some key operational perspectives there? How do we get those perspectives to them? Nowadays, it's not just information out of the point of sale. It's information across lots of areas. We bring that together and deliver them information about each channel once a day. So they can optimize it for their team.
Great. And then finally, I guess I would ask you, what are you looking forward to most in 2023 and beyond?
Yeah. Well, for Freddy's, it's a busy year already. We've got off to a big start in Q1 here, and we have, I think, approximately 15 openings slated in the Q1 and 60 for the whole year. We're expanding not only in traditional, but non-traditional development into stadiums, into college campuses, industrial use. And so for me, it's really bringing that Freddy's experience, the genuine hospitality, the high quality food cooked to order, to folks across a wide variety. In the past, we might not have been able to do that. And to be able to do that in 23 is really exciting for the industry.
Great. All right, awesome. I think that's all the questions I have.
Great.
Thanks so much for stopping by our booth. Really appreciate it.
All right, thank you.